All right, guys. So speaking of AI, right? Talking about
Ooh.
AI and Bitcoin and stuff like that. AI is obviously the future and it's not going anywhere, right? We know that. I was very reluctant to get involved with it.
You love
AI,
it though, don't you?
I do love it. I do love it. And I would
Told you.
say you two are definitely ahead of, way more ahead of me. I use Grok. I pay $30 a month, and that's as far as I've gone so far. What do you guys see in the future, 3 to 5 years out, how AI is going to change the world from uh, a white collar job thing,
Ooh.
where people are working and, finance and stuff like that, and also how is it going to help people as far as making more money, having more assistance and stuff like that, and how will it affect Bitcoin? What do you think they'll use Bitcoin?
You want to go first, Anthony? Because I have a long one.
You got a lot on this, and I'll roll with it real quick. There's a couple different angles you can approach this, guys. So there's a overall market, overall system, the country as a whole type thing, encompassing everything as a whole. There's that angle. I like to really focus on the angle of the individual for me personally. I think AI is a great tool. I think that when people back in the day didn't have calculators and they said, I did it in my head. Well, if you had a calculator, you would have used it. Okay. So, number one is we got to understand that time doesn't stop, as we know this. Time continues going. We need to change with the times. We need to adapt with the times. Now, that doesn't mean that we still don't do our own due diligence, right? But you use AI to help round out your critical thinking, your thoughts, get some feedback off it. Because I still think it's important for us to circumvent our own ideas, and AI can polish it. Now, as far as the workforce goes, so that's using as a tool as a content creator, individual, a homeschooling mother or father, right? Things like that. Number one, it's a tool. Number two is from a market standpoint of, I'm going to say, Jerry, delivery services in general. I think absolutely there's going to be it's going to rattle the market a little bit. We know automation's been around for a long time, but now integrating AI as like a brain mechanism within the automation, it's definitely beefed up that sector. So, do I think we're going to have like robots delivering food and stuff like that? Man, that's a hard question. I don't think so. I know some places are doing a lot of pilot programs with drones and delivery stuff like that, more heavier metropolitan areas. But I think it's beneficial. I think it's a good thing. But just like anything, every pro there's a con, and we just got to take that as we go, man.
You got me all over the place because it's a long, open-ended question.
Yeah.
So coming from telecom, y'all know I'm from that background. I work for a very large company. I'm never going to say the name. It's not hard to figure out though. Our CEO went to that what was the big financial meeting over in Europe?
Was it Davos?
Davos, yeah. He went there, rubbed elbows with all the high-end AI companies and all the IT places. We had an hour like webinar after that meeting. He talked about AI for 45 minutes of the hour. Like, you need to learn how to use AI. You need to know how to do this with AI. AI is the future. That's all he talked about for 45 minutes. And so in white collar, yeah, it's the stuff it can do right now, and it's as dumb as it's ever going to be right now. It can do 90% of a secretary's job, maybe 99. It can do, well, then we're not even talking about coding. Like there used to be this app on the Play Store that all us telecom guys use to do cable pairs, and they took that app off the Play Store. It must not have been making any money or whatnot. I recreated that app plus made it better in 2 days with AI. Like, it's 10 times better than the old app. And then I just released it to all my guys. The things you can do right now, I mean, it basically runs half my YouTube channel. Like I use it for ideas, and you're right, Anthony, because it can hallucinate. You have to keep it in check. Like you have to like it's a tool, and you have to call it out when it's being dumb, because otherwise it'll try to fool you, and that happens all the time. So in 5 years, I see half the white collar jobs gone, maybe more. 10 years, the rest of them, and then we'll start seeing after 10 years, we'll start seeing blue collar and the rest of them go away too.
Wow. Damn, I didn't know that about the app. Holy crap.
Yeah, I made it functional in a day.
Yeah.
Actually, it was like 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, we'll be having an app in about a month. Just want to let you guys know. Want to get on the wait list, let us know.
For real. Mega, what's up, brother? I work in a creative industry, and everyone around me is bashing AI like crazy. And here I am defending it like peeps. Open your eyes. We are reliving the second industrial revolution. Yes.
Those same people were all mad about Photoshop 10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, it is the second industrial revolution. And also, when these robots and them come together, and this is the Bitcoin piece. Did you guys hear about that thing where the AI were trying to hire human beings to do something to get the banks for them and stuff like that? Did you guys hear about that? To get them a bank account or something?
I believe Anthony brought it up, right?
Yeah, I heard of something. It might be something different, but it's still similar in the aspect that the AI is trying to utilize human beings for the physical aspect to do things the AI can't.
Yeah. And they're paying the human beings.
Correct.
Like in 2026, human beings are getting paid by AI.
Yeah. I forgot the name of it.
That is crazy. Now, how do you guys think Bitcoin and AI will go together? Trent, what do you think about that? Do you think AI will want Bitcoin or?
That's super hard to tell. Like until you get to like a general intelligence. Right now, I think that it's whatever the human wants to take for currency. Like if they want Caspa, or if they want Bitcoin, or if they want ETH, or if they just want USDT, that's what it'll take. Until it decides, like a general AI, like the 5-10 years from now, when it actually has real intelligence, makes the decision Bitcoin's the answer, then Bitcoin will become its currency. It's just I don't know if it'll make that decision. I mean, I'm not smart enough to, and I'm obviously biased, so I would like it to do it, but I can't say it will functionally pick that every time.
Yeah. I'm the same way because we tend to live in our Bitcoin bubble sometimes, and I just don't do that. It's hard not to, but that's why I always talk about different things. I'm listening to all kind of stuff, not from I try not to do it from a Bitcoin perspective, even though I'm a hardcore Bitcoin maxi, I guess. But I listen to just regular people out here talking about regular things, and every once in a while they'll bring up Bitcoin, and even fewer they'll bring up Bitcoin and AI together. Like sometimes they'll do it on CNBC or something. Some guy that has some Bitcoin will may say it or something like that. But like you said, Trent, I don't know. That's a tough one because that when we're in our echo chambers of the Bitcoiners, what do they say? Oh yeah, that's all they're going to want is Bitcoin. I'm like, well, maybe 10 years from now they will. But if you do ask AI, and I don't know if you guys ever tried this, ask AI like, what's the hardest money? What's the best money?
I have.
I've asked, and they said Bitcoin. What did they say to you, Trent?
You want to know what they said to me? It was the Kuwaiti dinar is the most robust currency on the planet.
Oh.
So it tries to read you. Like if you talk to AI, Jerry, it's building a profile on you. It almost knows what you want to hear, and then it'll give you that.
Okay.
So that's why I was saying too, Jerry, another thing with your client or whatever client you decide to use, because they are different in their own ways, but absolutely. But if you had one thread and you kept that thread going, like that was my main thread, no matter what I do, I'm only going to post in that thread. I'm going to keep that thread going for like a year. It's really going to take that thread and build as you go down. I always try to start a new thread or a new one At least on the client that I use.
What do you use? Because sometimes that doesn't even work because it can read between threads sometimes. It just depends on the client you use.
Yeah, I think you might use the same as me. I use Gemini.
Gemini can read into the other threads.
Yeah, and so you have to, like you said, you have to manipulate it. But real quick, that there's 651,773 rentable humans for the rent a human.
It's insane.
Wow.
Now, it was open. This was open source, and yeah, I mean, and it's getting bigger and bigger. Like I seen this a couple weeks ago, or like last week or so, whatever, and that number's doubled, and there's starting to be more confirmations of payment. Like it.